Hi guys, sorry I missed a week, but welcome back to the plot on one of the hottest days so far in the UK. I can't tell you how much I don't want to be here today, but I need to get a video for you so you can see the drought-like conditions we are experiencing on the plot. I needed to do some work in the polytunnel, but I think I might spontaneously combust if I tried to go in there. Oh my god. In a true Brit style, it's too hot, isn't it? If I've learned anything this year, it is to create some shade because my plot is full sun. I've got nowhere to hide. It's quite literally the pits of hell at the moment. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, peak heat, worst time of day to come here. But here we are. And breathe. So the good news is that I finally started harvesting some of the vegetables that I've been sowing and growing throughout the year. So I will show you, although they are looking a little bit sad and floppy because they are in desperate need of a water. Let me show you what I've got. So I have been harvesting some purple beans. There's a few more to take, but I've been trying to harvest them and I'm going to freeze them as I go. Look at these beautiful purple flowers. Yeah, they've started producing in abundance. So these will be really good to add into curries or stir fries or pasta, anything really. They're really, really tasty. They do lose their purple colour once they're cooked, but I do really enjoy the purple flowers. I think they're beautiful. I haven't harvested any garlic yet because the ground is very dry and I can't get them out. Got some courgettes on the way. I've got some more in the polytunnel as well. It's the same variety. But the reason I've come up here is to collect my very first courgette. How freaking awesome is that? My courgette's better than your courgette because it's a ball. It's a ball and not a cylinder. That's the right shape for a normal courgette. Yeah, this is my, ouch, these are really spiky. This is my very first courgette and I'm going to take it home and we're going to roast it for dinner. And here it is. That is bloody fantastic. The pumpkins are still here, but they're not thriving because the water, I keep watering them, but they just don't really look like they've been watered. Tree spinach is keeping the weeds at bay, but I will need to cut these before they go to seed because they go everywhere. And the broccoli is doing really, really well. It's come back, it's bounced back. I can't remember if I said this in the last video. It's all a blur. My brain is broken because it's too hot. Yeah, they have bounced back. There's a wasp under there. He's been stuck. Let's let him out. Oh, scary. There's a wasp. Ouch. What's that stabbing me? Sorry. Let's try and let this very angry wasp out. Oh, don't bite me. Okay. So yeah. This is some purple. No, it's not purple. Green sprouting broccoli, which will be ready in the winter. And it's looking beautiful. I mean, it's got the odd little munch, but we can cope with that. So I'm going to cover that back over because I don't want it to be munched. I'm really desperate to do some weeding, but as you will well know, we've had no freaking rain and the ground is like a desert. So I just can't get the weeds out. I've just noticed how dry this bed is. My God. Look. Even is that? It's like sand. Yeah, it's this is not good. But oh, trying to see how big my grapes have got. They're looking really good. They're starting to look like proper grapes. How cool are they? I'm gonna knock them off. Whoops. Yeah, how cool are they? Just want you to all know I'm having a truly horrible time. It's like 28, 30 degrees. I'm sweating already and I've only been here for like 5 minutes. Ugh! So the only thing, God's sake, the only thing I can really do at the moment is like an update because, like I said, it's too hot. I'm really, really struggling with working in this heat during the week, obviously as a gardener. Not enjoying it, I'll be honest. We've gone past the nice temperature where it's like, yes, I'm so like smug about working outside. I'm like, yeah, look at my tan. I've got, yeah, it's all natural. I've got a natural tan because I will work outside. Now I'm just like, yeah, I'll work outside. And by the time I go home, I want to kill somebody. Literally laying on my bed with the fan on, trying not to lose my mind. Like I said, there isn't a single ounce of shade in this godforsaken allotment. This is just going to be 10 minutes of me moaning about how hot it is. And nothing's doing well, I'll be honest. Nothing is thriving outside. But weirdly, the polytunnel is really thriving, even though I've barely watered it because it is like the sweet depths of hell in there. I've just noticed there are so many bees on my fennel. These are like the tiniest little bees I've ever seen. We've got a couple of flies, but look! Teeny weeny bees. There's some more over here. It's so cute. They're absolutely covering it. Love it. God, there's a breeze. I found some shade. It's the doorway to my polytunnel. It's like this big. You know when it's so hot and you start to get a bit delirious? Oh, right. I'm going to brave the polytunnel to show you what is going on. So this is the massive courgette. Can you see the difference between this one and the one outside? This is wild. But look, there are so many courgettes. There's a huge one there. And I did a bit of weeding in here the other day and I found some chilies on the way. It's all looking beautiful, to be fair. And the ground is really dry, but everything is so happy in here. I didn't manage to stake the tomatoes. I sort of just, yeah, they're sort of over the edge now. But when I was weeding, I will put a little video up so you can see. But I did manage to find my first cucumbers. That was exciting. So I've just popped to the allotment to do some watering and I'm just weeding my polytunnel. And I was convinced I had nothing ready. And then I've put on loads of cucumbers. There's like 2 here. It's over here. And there's like another 3 hiding in the back. I have harvested a few lots of tomatoes, which is really, really good. But there's still so many on there. I will show you. And loads hiding. I think this is going to be a bumper year for tomatoes. There are so many everywhere. Look, you literally can't look without seeing a tomato. Absolutely. Tons more over here. Loads more there. This is I planted these later, so they'll be ready later. Oh my God, it's like hell in here. I just show you my favourite tomato of all tomatoes. I think this is called Sun Gold. It is the tastiest tomato you've ever tried in your whole life, I promise you. It's got such a lovely strong flavour. Honestly, absolutely beautiful. They don't make it home normally. So tasty. So what I did want to do was spend time in here tying up my melons. Remember my melons? They're growing beautifully, but they are trailing across the ground. So you see all these tiny yellow flowers. These are the melon flowers. So what I really want to do is remove them and tie them up here. That was the plan. I'm sorry, I've had to come out. Oh my God. It is literally like cooking yourself in there. I'm so hot. This is where I'm at the moment. It's kind of too hot to do any work. Look, I'm so sweaty. It's too hot to do any work. The ground's too hard to dig into. I'm basically just watering at the moment, and yeah, but it's nice. I'm still managing to harvest some things. I was very excited about my cucumbers the other day, and the tomatoes are on their way, and we've got some courgettes. So yeah, I'd quite like some rain now though. If you are gardening outside at this time of year, don't forget, drink plenty of water and put sun cream on. Under all circumstances, sun cream. This is mental. So the dahlias are planted. Ooh, sorry, I just noticed a really unusual looking poppy. The dahlias are planted they're still alive, which is quite good. I'm going to show you this really interesting looking flower. So that's just popped up. I think it's a California poppy, but it's a slightly different colour to the others. This is the other one. You see, there's like two-tone. It's beautiful. But yeah, these are the dahlias. They haven't been eating because obviously we've had no rain, so there's been no slugs. But yeah, they're still alive. But it's all just looking a little bit. These are my zinnias. Nothing is living its best life because there's been no rain, and clearly what I'm doing with the watering is not enough. So yeah, this is really not looking very good. But the fennel is. It's looking amazing. So yeah, there's not a great deal I can show you today because I think I might die if I actually try and do anything. But I have got a new arch to be put up to help support my rows because obviously the old arch collapsed. Yeah, I've just found some shade. Let's have a little chat and some shade. So this year has been a very interesting one. Last year was all rain. This year is all sun and no rain. It blows my mind. It blows my mind how different each year is from the last. So you really can't plan anything because it's never going to be the same. Like different things will thrive one year. There's like some kind of lily beetle on my, yeah, or an asparagus beetle. Who knows? Seen those this year, never seen those before. Yeah, so you just can't really plan it. But I'm just kind of enjoying the things that are growing. And I am starting to look forward to autumn when I can get back on top of everything. Because I think in the summer, and this does happen every year, everything gets a little bit on top of me particularly, but I think a lot of gardeners do struggle with this time of year because, yeah, it's number one for me is it's too hot to be here. So like my limited time here is spent trying not to dehydrate and melt. So yeah, so I am going on holiday in a couple of weeks and I'm a little bit gutted because I think everything's going to be ready at the same time. I'm going to have like 25 courgettes, a million tomatoes, loads of cucumbers, and by the time I come back, it's probably all gone over. But I don't know if you're the same as me. Like most gardeners don't really like to go on holiday because we put in all the work throughout the year growing our vegetables that we just don't want to abandon them because it's coming to the point where we're starting to enjoy the fruits of our labour, and going up on holiday when everything's ready to harvest is just insanity. But there we go. I also, a couple of weeks ago, I went to Hampton Court Flower Show and there was the most incredible garden. If you haven't seen on my shorts, I did post the video on there, but the video did go viral on Instagram. The Alan Partridge Sound Garden. The Alan Partridge Sound Bath Garden, but it was sponsored by Audible, and it was absolutely brilliant. I'll put the video here so you can have a little look. It was so funny.
An immersive sculptural experience with audio provided by me, Alan Partridge. This living soundscape boasts a unique collection of noises or sounds that together represent one of the most experimental, cutting-edge uses of audio in the UK this year. Go ahead, join me for an intimate aural bath.
Really enjoying the use of these gold sculptures.
Appreciate the garden.
Alan on. These are my favourite bits. In case you forget what garden you're on, there's loads of Alan. And if you move to the side, wow. That's really cool. Look at that! This is the best.
Walk the path. The strange exciting. Savor.
But that day was absolutely mental and it was super hot, so. Yeah, I've been doing bits and bobs, lots of things, not gardening related. Well, that is gardening related, but not actual gardening because, yeah, it's too friggin' hot. There we go. So, to avoid myself overheating and melting and boring you to tears with basically nothing to give you, I have nothing to give you this week. I've done a very sweaty me. I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm kind of hoping to come up here next week in the evening because that is the time when things are quite nice. There's a breeze and it's not like hell on earth. How are you all getting on in your garden? Like, how are you all coping with this mental heat wave that we've had? Like 3 heat waves in a row. We're going to be in a hosepipe van in a minute. Right, I'll see you again next week. Bye.